comes in to score. Patterson is on third. Franklin Torres, who is 1 for 4, is the last hope here for the Guelph Royals here in game number 4.
Franklin Torres, who spent nearly 8 years in the Los Angeles Angels farm system, looking for his big moment.
That one high. It's playable though. The catch is made. Can he see Joe? The Barrie Baycats are IBL champions for 2024. Barrie has won their 8th and their first since 2019. They have swept the postseason. Sweeps against the Maple Leafs, the London Majors, and now a 4-game sweep of the Guelph Royals. It's the first time that has been done in the IBL since 2017. A 6-2 victory caps it off as we will get set for the trophy presentations.
All right, so joining us now on the show is Barrie Baycats General Manager and Manager Josh Matlow, and thank you so much for doing this, Josh. Of course, as it is the rite of passage, the Barrie Baycats get to go first as they are the defending IBL champions now, so that's got a nice ring. And like you and I were just mentioning off stream, and it's been kind of surreal. You haven't come down off the high whatsoever. It's been nonstop for you guys, and it just doesn't look like it's going to stop at any time soon as well, because you guys have just been, you've been pounding the pavement, my friend, as far as the roster goes too, and it's just like every time I turn around, it's like, and there's another Baycat signing.
Yeah, we're not wasting any time, that's for sure.
Now, is there anything that's still outstanding? I know there's a couple of roster spots. If I looked at the roster quickly the other day, and I think you were like 22, 23 into it. I know there's some other guys that are like, I know you haven't got commitments from some guys yet and everything else. Of course, there's some injury bugs, but there's also been some releases.
Yeah, we pretty much signed everyone we want to at this point. Everyone has committed. I think we're sitting at about 27 out of the 28 signed.
Yeah.
However, we actually just did start a 22U junior team, which we're pretty excited about.
That's a pretty big thing for you guys, especially because you were the one team in the league without a junior team to just kind of build the relationships with and build that farm base, at least, anyways, in case you got problems and you got playoffs, and it's like, okay, so and so's gone back to school. I need 3 guys to fill his spot, and don't have them.
So that's that was definitely, there was some hoops to jump through and some speed bumps, and we wanted to do it a couple of years ago, and finally made it happen. And obviously it took some time and some logistics, obviously, with being geographically where we are.
Yeah.
But it actually, I think it's going to work out to our advantage, and I think that's kind of best scenario. But just to have that youth pipeline, at our arm's reach.
Well, exactly.
We have so much talent up here in Simcoe region, and it was kind of unfortunate where, the best players would be signed to the IBL roster, and then they sit the bench, or they wouldn't get time and they wouldn't get reps.
Yeah.
And then, you'd have some of the other players who would go off, and we had some of the guys going out to the Hamilton junior team just to get some junior reps, and we had nothing to offer them. So it was kind of frustrating in a way. We were losing a lot of talent, and this will keep everything localized. It'll help them develop. Man, again, not having a junior team, we're going from 18U to the IBL.
Well, exactly. It's like, that's a huge learning curve for a lot for it's just like they're not used to seeing.
It's just unfair. Well, it's unfair, really. So we thought, this stepping stone would be huge for us. We have some insane good talent. And that roster, that 27, will probably chop down to about 22 because we have guys young enough that will play the junior as well. And they'd be junior rostered and kind of called up, right? So still a few things to sort out on that end and make official. But, just to have that helps us stay competitive for many years.
Awesome. So what league are they going to be playing out of?
So I can't say officially. That'll be official either next week or the week after. But we put a ton of time and effort into it and making sure that, it's the right fit. And we're big fans of playing up, right? Not playing down. So obviously we wanted to make sure that, the guys that we're signing on the junior squad is, it's going to push them. It's going to make them, want to come home from school and play with us and compete. And try and break the IBL roster, but also get good reps. I think.
Well, exactly. I think, especially if they're going back to school in the States and everything else, that's what the coaches want to say. Hey, you got to get X number at bats this summer, get X number of innings pitched, whatever, and just Now, how is that? How do you been in the past to developing those rapport with those college players, the college coaches, as far as that stuff goes?
So again, the local guys, they know who the Baycats are, and a lot of them want to play with the Baycats eventually. But again, it's you look at our roster and you get your Frank Garces, your Cesar Rosado, and your Juan Benitez, and you have some kids who've been starting their whole lives, and they're like, "Hey, I want to come and start the Baycats." And they're
it's like how are you gonna knock one of these three guys out? I don't think so, but it's just
you can't make those promises.
No, exactly.
You start off in the juniors, you do well, we'll call you up, obviously. It just gives them that stone, and it just makes everything more realistic for these kids rather than just throwing them in the fire, assuming they're going to figure out the IBL, which is, I still haven't met an 18-year-old who has, to be honest with you. So,
well, exactly.
It's what we needed, and we're extremely excited to have that. And I'm so floored with the talent that we have. We had our first workout already, and these players are ballers. And
well, that's good.
I'm not just saying it because I'm biased. My job was on the floor. I couldn't believe some of these kids, and I'm so excited about it.
Well, that's awesome. So now we're going to shift gears. And of course, it is now the Baycats' 25th anniversary. The logo's out now and everything else. Can you go into some plans without revealing too much as what's going in store this year without tipping the cap too much?
There's going to be a lot of alumni that'll come back.
Yep.
We retired a few numbers last year. There should be another number done this year. We have someone in mind for sure. We want to have them out as much as possible. We do have that Thursday throwback Thursday night. So
nice.
I think that'd be a perfect opportunity to get them out for some first pitches. Maybe if they're brave the anthem.
Yeah.
But we'll see. But we'll have some old faces and maybe we'll get some throwbacks. We have some content that we're going to be releasing and stuff like that. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm just so honored to be a part of it. 25 years, that's crazy.
Well, I remember when the team first came in the league. That's how long I've been involved with this stuff. But it's just like, and I remember the first championship when you guys knocked golf out in the first round. It was just like, yeah, they're there for real, guys. They're for real. And then it's just like you guys went off like gangbusters after that in 2005, and then the big streak after that too, when the big run with the championships. And man, we hated you guys every time. It was just.
I still think that's a thing. 23 seasons, 13 finals, and 8 championships.
Yeah, that's an incredible run. That's just an absolutely incredible run. Now, do you feel pressured to, I don't know, uphold that tradition, or do you think does it weigh on you some nights and go, okay, am I doing enough to stay at that standard?
That's a great question. The average person couldn't handle this mentally.
No, exactly.
Like picture this: a championship team, a dynasty, 6 years in a row. They all decide to leave together, and you're handed the keys and said, "Hey,
yeah, here you go. Good luck.
Continue our tradition." Okay.
Yeah. It was pretty much to jump from my failing hands when I throw you the torch, and good luck with that.
Their cupboards empty, everything. It was kind of cool. Listen, it was one of those things where it was such an opportunity. It was just like a fresh canvas. I was able to kind of, put my finger on everything. And again, I'm so honored to be a part of that and be able to do that. But yeah, there was a ton of pressure. I didn't lose sleep in that sense.
Well, that's good. That's good.
It wasn't do or die, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But there was a lot of, for sure, maybe internal pressure to continue that tradition, make everyone proud. I think that was the hardest part is, you just want to make everyone happy. You just want to make everyone, still come out to the ball, still support the organization, and kind of keep that flowing in the right direction. So yeah, there was a little bit of pressure to say the least, but I said it early, and you kind of gotta, believe in yourself, but believe in your support system. That I'm going to build a team, and we're going to build a team that is going to be competitive for years, and I think that's held true, and I'm just excited for what the future holds.
Let's go through the roster. Let's start with the starting rotation and work our way through the relievers, and then we'll go around the base paths. So where do you see yourselves? Is it going to be the same rotation as last year? Frank's going to be first, and then...
Neil, if you were the manager, would you change it?
No, not in a million years. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
We're going to start with the big three.
Yeah. So exactly, and then it's just from there. It's just going to be, as far as the schedule and everything, it's still a 42-game season. The playoffs, I believe, is the same structure as last year. I don't think it was actually passed or anything in the last meetings, but I know it will happen as far as that stuff goes. So the big three are going to be out there, and then you're going to hand the ball off. You just have to get through, 7 and 8, and then it's the ball's going to 9, and it's like, okay, good night, game over.
Yeah, we had some rookies last year that'll obviously they've grown a little bit and learned a little bit. We signed 2 huge arms, a big righty and a big lefty, both collegiate players.
Yep.
But they're going to be a rookie class, but they'll help with some of the innings. Maybe announcing them, and then we have the junior team. We have 8-9 arms there that could play at the IBL level at any point too, right? So it gives us that opportunity and that depth. So we're comfortable with the guys that we have, obviously, and we know that they can get outs. So we're not too concerned about that. But again, you have a 28-man roster, and then you got 25 juniors, and all of a sudden now I'm responsible for 53 guys.
I got to balance playing time for 53 guys. Okay, yeah, that's not
53 guys. Yeah. So just adding to the plate. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. We'll go around the infield and everything else. So is Macabrody playing first base, or is he back in the outfield? What's going on there as far as?
Neil, these are good problems, man. We had such a good team last year. I had Jaco in right field.
Oh, I know. It was just like. And then, that catchers thing came out today, and people are like going, how did the Baycats not get a catcher? And I'm like, well, I'm biting my tongue going, because I know who made that list. So I'm going,
yeah, that's okay. That's okay. We got another one, too, coming in. We got an import catcher this year to help the load, too. So, we added a catcher. We added an outfielder, a major league outfielder. And then just recently, I think it was yesterday or today, we just added Hernandez 2.0.
Yeah, so we were joking. I was joking with a couple people going, it's Hernandez to Hernandez. It's a Hernandez double play sandwich.
Yeah, so that's going to be our middle infield.
That is going to be scary. That is absolutely going to be scary.
I didn't know there was 2 of them, and you saw what number 1 did. So
number one was a pain in everybody's butt last year. As far as every time anything hit up the middle, it's like, good luck. It's caught and it's gloved. You're out.
Yeah, so there's another one, and he built the same. And
I saw the highlight on the minor league baseball website yesterday. And was just like, how did he make that catch? Then he makes this crazy scoop slide into second base, gets the tag across. I'm like, I think I was thinking that was in the Cardinals Plays of the Year 2 years ago.
Yeah, Brandon threw me a message, and he goes, my brother just got released. You need to pick him up. I'm like, brother, you have a brother? Goes, yeah. And I'm sitting at a table. We're having dinner at the time, and I was with one of the coaches, and I'm just like, please tell me to play second base. Please tell me. You don't need 2 shortstops, right? He's like, play second base. So I'm like, oh, this is so meant to be.
Man.
No, so that just kind of fell into our lap. But again, you treat the guys right, and you give it a good playoff run, good memories, and obviously Brandon was excited to come back. So, and he's bringing family member along. So
yep.
We're pretty excited with that.
It's Hernandez 1, Hernandez 2, and that's all it's going to be.
Well, I asked them if they wanted like B Hernandez on the back and F Hernandez. There was like Hernandez.
Oh boy! So apologies for the official scorers out there. I hope they don't. We're going to have to get Brandon to keep wearing the yellow armbands or something just so we can tell them apart.
At least they have different initials.
Yeah, thank goodness. Exactly. So we're going around the infield, the outfield. How is Noel McGarry Doyle doing? I know, of course, he got injured. That was pretty scary and pretty sad. How is he doing now?
Yeah, that was very scary. That rocked us for sure. Obviously, he's a huge part, from day one. He was one of my day one OGs, right? So, he was really hurt. He had to go through rehab and everything. And thank goodness, he's a horse. That kid is just a machine. And thank goodness he got back to playing 100% at fall ball.
Oh, awesome!
In his last year. So he's playing, and his season's about to start next month.
Yeah,
and it's a bittersweet with Noel because he's in his last year. That we hope not to have him back because he
no, exactly, no question. He's one of those guys. He's one of those guys you want to just see. You just want to see go.
Yeah, and he's got a home with us, and he's a lifer. He's already made that commitment verbally that if I'm looking for somewhere to play, you guys are 100% my home. So that would be quite the outfield with a major league outfielder, Ejo and Noel McGarry Doyle. So,
oh, jeez.
We joke about it all the time, but it's just there's so much talent on our team, and these are good problems to have, right? Like I'm gonna have to write the lineups every night and find a way to get guys in, and try them at different positions if that's what it takes to get them in.
Well, exactly.
The theme. So It is what it is, but again, these are incredible problems to have.
Yeah, I've been on the other perspective where it's like, okay, we got to get 9 guys on the field on a daily basis here. So it's just like, to be in those problems, it's not a bad place to be as far as that stuff goes. And like you said, you're going to have guys jockeying and fighting for positions out there, which is going to, it's going to probably keep the veteran core hungry too, as far as that stuff goes.
It keeps it healthy up there, that's for sure.
Yep. Any big expectations from you guys? Are you expecting to run away with gangbusters? Of course, you've seen what Hamilton's doing. Welland hasn't tipped their hat yet, so it's going to be a tight league. It's going to be an absolutely tight league.
We put our cards on the table. I want guys to want to be here, and I'll sign them right away. And that just, it's a testament to what we're doing.
Yeah.
I'm happy, signing guys early, committing. It's easier for us. We know what we need.
Yeah.
Or what we have at least. It's good for the fans. The fans get excited.
Oh, exactly.
They know that we're serious, about staying competitive, and I'm good with that. So, you'll add the odd piece here and there, but I'm not afraid to show our hand, and we're proud of, what we've built, and we're proud of our team and the compete level. So, we're good with it. But I'm excited to see what the other teams are going to do.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely a different ball game as far as I've seen some teams really, 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 really trying to put together some really competitive rosters. It reminds me a lot of the older fans are saying, "Hey, it just feels like the 1950s again," as far as the level of talent that's coming back into this league now.
Oh, I can. When I was playing in 2005, 2009, we were good. This league now is great.
Yeah,
you have to be great in order to win. It's only a 9-team league, but it is so hard to win. I mean, everyone in the league knows that. But it's even harder now, with everyone, the big signings and having Rodney come out, and this is all just great stuff for the league.
Oh, no question. It's just
about it. It makes us, more excited to come out to the ballpark too when you face guys like that, or you get big names, that we signed, or major leaguers, or it's just good for the league. So we're excited. We're excited to see the other teams signing. We're excited to face. We're going to have that target on our back, being the defender. It's one thing winning it, it's another thing defending it. So we know that.
Exactly.
So we're prepared, but we're excited about it. Yeah, we love it.
Is there anything else we didn't cover that we should cover?
Is it May yet?
Yeah, I know. It's just like I'm sitting there looking out the window going, this has got to go. Yeah. This stuff's got to go. But you guys got hammered again, I swear. Must have got a lot more snow than we do in this area. But yeah, it's just like...
It gets a lot of snow, yeah. Yeah, Barrie gets a lot of snow, but... We don't play in the winter, so that's good news. But we're starting our indoor workouts in 2 weeks, and we're just excited to get back at it.
Yeah, exactly. Josh, thanks you so much for being the guinea pig again. You were the first one out of the box last year, and once again, we picked on you, but it was always great to catch up with you.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me, Neil. Great job, and I love what you're doing. And like I said, any content for the league is great.
I appreciate it.